Good morning, good afternoon, good evening wherever you are. The stream is about to start. Grab your favorite drink. Sit back and relax. You're chilling with HexAsians. With your host, Crypto Vince, Uncle Kevin Hex, and middle class working man.
HexAsians? Nice.
Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! Emotional damage. Give me sushi!
Namaste, welcome back to another episode of HexAsians with me, your host Dheeraj. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope my audio and video are okay. Please let me know if they are not. I will be waiting for a little while to start off that with the main topics in a little while so that more people can join. For those watching on replay, please turn your speed to 2x. It's much easier on the ear. And if you are leave a comment in chat or in the comment section what you guys are drinking. For me, I am drinking some juicy lemony drink because yes, this is going to be a bit juicy, a bit zesty, uh, but we'll get to it. And I see Marcavelli giving us me a thumbs up, which means yes, my audio and video should be good. See, I said last week, I don't know whether I'll be able to stream or afford the internet, but hey, looking at the price of Hex on in the past couple of days, I'm feeling much better. Uh, so that's one thing. Let me drink some. Mm. And by the way, guys, the link to join the chat or the live stream is in the comment section if you have or want to. Eh, no obligations. We will get to it. So uh, there are other things I did want to talk about. Yeah, yes, should I cover them first? One thing regarding the tariffs. We discussed a lot about the tariffs last week, but apparently that didn't really matter. Or maybe some of the points in our discussions were relayed to the AI, which is used to guide the US president into all these decisions, which I assume is oh, Paladin. I think it's what is called. But yeah, uh, yeah. Apparently, the tariffs have been delayed for next 90 days. There are a lot of backroom discussions going on, uh, and which has also caused the uh, what is that the bond market to crash. which is see, I see so much negative. Like everything is a crisis nowadays. Like yeah, 10-year treasury yield went up. It's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, apparently, a few central banks have been selling off their long-term bonds, which is kind of expected, and the it is still unknown who is it that exactly sold off those treasuries. Mm, oh, three culprits. First, of course, China, which is expected if you are going to have a trade war, then currency manipulation is going to happen. Second culprit was the EU, which is also explainable because, like uh, Germany has already mentioned, they want to be reindustrializing, which means they need money right now to invest in their businesses. So, not holding on to EU or US treasuries or cashing them out to pay, invest in businesses makes sense. Third one is the are hedge funds who are doing basis trades or in crypto terms, arbitrage trading, futures versus spot, which is like uh, a few cents on the dollar, but you can use 10x or 50x leverage to do those trades, which when it goes wrong, yeah, people get liquidated. Which, of course, I am the one who came up with this thing. I call it the Arthur's law, which is if you have leverage, you will get liquidated. So yeah, there is a suspect. One of I think the major suspect is the are the hedge funds who got it's called a toxic flow, basically, which when the market goes against the traders, or rather the market makers, uh, so they got swept up in the toxic flow. It's kind of like the short squeeze, but this is more like a long squeeze where price goes down, and when that causes liquidations, it causes the price to go down further. So these are the main suspects. There is also a rumor that it was Japan that sold off a major chunk of its treasuries. Still, I haven't seen any concrete evidence, so we will never know. Maybe next uh, in a month or so, we'll know who was it exactly that sold off its treasury. But more importantly, like there was an auction of new treasuries, which kind of in a did not go so well. Of course, the Fed kicked in and did its uh, buying up the treasuries, which kind of has avoided catastrophic failure, but the now like the what do you call the risk still looms. And if you are a US citizen, I would suggest don't keep your money in bank, which is um, like do more than what is FDIC insured. Take out the rest of the cash, invest in financial assets of your choice. Silver is right now the major prospect, and uh, I would say physical silver, not paper. Gold again, mm, you see. I just saw a video in my YouTube featuring Peter Schiff, which is kind of like a top signal for gold. So I don't recommend it, but still it's better. Uh, but of course, my favorite is always X. Uh, of course, you have to keep in mind that I have a conflict of interest when it comes to X. Not financial advice, but financial advice. Uh, um, Markavelli is saying, when a rate cuts, sir, uh, I don't know. We will be having the CPI data coming out in a couple of days, I assume. Um, Not really good for, in terms of inflation, because what the tariffs have sparked is again uh, hoarding of goods, which has also increased the prices of goods. You know, the people are front loading everything, like buy. Apparently, Apple flew into uh, airplanes worth of iPhones on the day the tariffs were being mm, discussed. So yeah, that to avoid tariffs, so there is a lot of stock uh, or reserve stock in the market. So we will see how it goes. Plus, scalpers, uh, which is kind of a complex issue. But if like see, I'm getting back to the main question regarding rate cuts. Uh, the president of the US, Mr. Donald Trump, is going to try his best to get that rate cuts done, whether hook or by crook. Mostly by crook, if you know that it's Trump. So uh, let's see. We will get the first quarter data is out. I think the next FOMC meeting is around end of the month. So we will likely see some rate cuts in May. Uh, and e- Even though, like, I just looked at the rates, they did decrease them in the past couple of months. So even if they don't cut the rates, it would be kind of okay. Like they more likely they will keep the rates at what they are right now, which should be okay. The There is this mm, how should I put it? There is a slight likelihood that they are going to uh, push in money, either like go for directly quantitative easing instead of rate cuts. So we will have increase in, like, the rates will remain same, but they will inject money into the market. Either one of the ways, if you have forgotten, uh, Trump has promised those Doge incentive checks might happen, because there is a lot of turmoil in the US, uh, at least what is shown in media. Of course, there is this bias, but uh, what to say? Yeah, a couple of stimulus checks would quiet down the crowds for a little while, like, bread and circus. Secondly, so that is my assumption. Other things, the Fed itself will start buying assets. Uh, some of the non-performing assets, which by the way, I think a lot of uh, news media isn't still talking about the rate of non-performing assets, which are basically bad debts. The ratio is slowly increasing, and we don't have the data for the latest quarter, but in 20 the last quarter of 2024, it has risen, not significantly, but there is a significant chunk. I think it was around 0.5%, but when you look at it, it's not around 130 billion or so, which is like 130 billion of lost money. I may be mm, mistaken, but like the exact figures, but it is a significant chunk. And you see, when you consider all the network of or the layers of complexity into this, like I hope by now everybody has watched or the Big Short, so they know how like uh, those collateral debt funds or are formed. So yeah, there is the amount of bad debt is slowly increasing, and it, it will creep into the market, but it is being kind of hush hush. So again, this is my conspiratorial what you call thinking. I am not a PhD in economics, but I am a veteran in crypto by now. And when you are in crypto, you are a polymath in more subjects than one. So, bottom line, we may not see rate cuts, but uh, a liquidity injection, and which would be equivalent. Plus, there are a lot of things going on. I hope if you are on TikTok or even on X, which I kind of hate this, like everybody just reposting videos from TikTok on X, like, and that too without any like mention of the original creator or links to their channel. It's stealing content. I don't like it, but that is how things are. Like, mm, uh, yeah, there are these videos on TikTok where the Chinese OEMs of products, especially like luxury goods like watch, basically handbags and clothings, they are showing off how little it costs to produce them, and how much extra the brands are charging their customers. The worst one is uh, of course Nike, even though it's one of my favorite brands. uh, it's still like, so you sh- I people talking about China ripping off the US citizens. They should be looking at these mm, big brands, and we all also know that the pro, how low production of an iPhone really costs, and how much Apple charges extra. So we are. Oh, and I see Ahmed Nabil joining us in chat. Good evening. Good evening. How are you? Uh, so I went on a little bit of a rant. Uh, so and we were talking about TikTok. They're already providing services for having how to bypass tariffs legally, which is kind of not smuggling, but kind of where you um, hire a person to do your shopping in China and fly in those goods as personal possessions, which it Indians are known to do it, uh, not directly, but hiring someone. But everybody has their s- uh, friend or somebody they know in the US who will be traveling to or fro, and they will ask them to buy something for them, mainly iPhones. Like I remember, or I think I bought a medical device when I was in India doing that. Like one of my friend was visiting the US. I asked another friend in the US to buy the device, and or rather, I bought it to my friend's address in the US using Amazon, and I asked my friend who received the device to hand it over to a different my friend who was visiting, and I got it for like I think 40% or 50, yeah, around 40% discount of what I would have gotten uh, on in the US or rather in India, by basically by bypassing custom duties. And yeah, these custom duties or tariffs on US goods are that high in India because it's a part of protecting Indian businesses, which kind of works, but not in a good sense. I am hoping, uh, yeah, I like. Yeah, there is this. I think India is already in discussions with the US regarding reducing tariffs on US and reducing the reciprocal tariffs, mainly because Trump's statement, so he said they are already calling me, sir, please reduce the tariffs, sir. You know, we've been, that speech pattern is well known. So yeah, but I have rambled on this topic for a little longer than I should have. If anybody wants to join the discussions, please feel free to join the live stream. I am going to look at the oops, some of the comments on Richard Hart's page. So I will be changing. Uh, do you guys have any comments or specific questions? It's better to do it that way. This one, this one, this one. Let's see. So this one was 10 hours ago. If you are going to fork the software, what would you, a wallet software, what would you fork and why? Or would you make a wallet truly from scratch? If so, why? See, I have kind of already given my opinion that I would like the Uniswap wallet to be like forked, but it is not open source. Or as far as I know, it is not completely open source in the sense you cannot fork it. You and I think it is under BSL or business source license, which means you cannot directly fork it for commercial purposes. You would like, uh, and that license will expire in a couple of years. Then you can be able to fork it. So I do have to check exactly, but I like the in terms of U UI, like the interface. It looks smooth. Uh, some people think the color pink is a bit too girly, but hey, I like the color pink, you know. I like pink, stuff. But um, uh, yeah, it has thing. So I would say making it from scratch would be the best idea. Because if there are going to be like features you want to introduce in a wallet, okay, it's better to keep them like not to be able to be copied for a little while, to gain the first mover advantage at least. And yeah, it gives your app USP, unique selling proposal. Like otherwise, if you go to the web store, Chrome web store, or even the Google or Apple App Store, there are literally hundreds of wallets. And I have personally tried, I think, 6 or 7 wallets on various chains. And I tell you, the even though MetaMask gets a lot of hate from uh, Pulse chain users, more specifically, MetaMask works fine. Like out of the 2 years, uh, out out of the 2 years I've been using MetaMask for Pulse chain, like hundreds of transactions. I've only faced like stuck transactions 2 or 3 times, uh, three to be on the and each time it was mainly because the gas fees had spiked suddenly, like somehow, like almost as if uh, my transaction had been front run. But could be. But yeah, so metaverse works excellent. Just you have to make sure you have like you and by now, like it's like a ritual to me. Check the address you are sending to, check the gas price. I have like check the gas price on the Explorer, either the I think Pulse Scan Explorer works well, Auto Scan or Go Pulse. Check the gas price. Check the gas price on in the wallet. Adjust it a little bit, especially the tip. Just the tip, is currently at 3. I change it to 3.1. uh, and do the transactions. Now it's become a habit to me. So takes a little extra time, but works fine. But more importantly, like MetaMask works with all EVM chains, and most of the like uh, what do you call it? EVM chains are optimized for uh, MetaMask, and it works smoothly. Uh, the other wallet uh, that got like s- fed down by the Pulse chain community. Um, Rabbi wallet, not Rabbi, a slip of tongue. Yeah, yeah, it worked well, but basically it has the same features as MetaMask. I didn't see any new features that could be implemented and or were implemented. Yeah, it did integrate Pulse chain and yeah, the transactions were smoother, but really not that big of a deal. Um, we have Trust Wallet, which is, I think it was kind of the go-to for a Coinbase wallet, but now Coinbase has its own separate wallet. Then, yeah, I, I'm not a US citizen, so I don't use Coinbase wallet. Then there are other uh, non-EVM wallets I have tried. There is Kepler, which uses the Cosmos DB, which is a non-EVM wallet. If you are using other chains, it's kind of nice on the and which one extra there was yeah, there is this very odd wallet. I rarely use it now. Now it had a feature, but it's not very uh, like useful right now. It's called O3 wallet, which unlike it isn't a browser extension, but it's an app for the on PC. You have to run it separately and connect the wallet to the browser either by Wallet Connect or I think it works directly. But yeah, that's a wallet. It had a feature because it had its own kind multi-chain bridge which allowed you to get um, uh, gas tokens for the EVMs which if you didn't have any. So if you didn't have, say, you were buying or bridging on from Ethereum to BNB, but to complete transactions on BNB, you didn't have any BNB. You could use that as a um, it was called gas station. You could swap Ethereum to BNB directly, so that would help you do that. Oh, we have a guest joining us at the stage. Hello, Ahmed. I'm hearing this.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. How
Good evening.
so? How was your day, Ahmed?
My day is fine. It's fine. It's a bit quite slow. Not working today. Yeah. Mm-mm.
How are things in the Singapore right?
Things are so far quite okay. I mean, yeah, not really. I mean, the tariffs so far, I mean, can't see the effect right now, the tariffs. Yeah, but I think people are trying not to think so much about it at the moment. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, the tariffs, the things have been postponed for the next 90 days. So, should be like Singapore will do its deals behind the scene and everything gonna be all right. How is the weather? Because here in Manila, you know, it reminded me of my friend Finbear from
Finland.
not that Finbear because I went outside in the afternoon today and uh, the streets are like a hot sauna. Finnish sauna, like oh my god, it's so hot here.
Oh, it's hot
You
down there.
know,
How hot is it? How hot is it down there?
yeah, I think we reached 45 degrees Celsius at the peak somewhere. So yeah, mm, we,
That is very
I,
hot.
so, but that kind of explained why I was feeling so down last week. I realized this. Was kind of dehydrated and low on electrolytes, so I had some ORS oral rehydration syrup, and I'm feeling much better, which I recommend everybody to keep at hand during this summer time. If you are in Asia, uh, yeah, keep yourself hydrated, uh, and not just water. You do need to have electrolytes as well because without electrolytes, the water doesn't get absorbed. Uh, One of the substitutes for electrolyte is I see a lot of people talking about Celtic salt. I think mainly because it was promoted by this lady. I I see fewer of her videos nowadays, but uh, Celtic salt became very like popular. But I'd say Celtic salt all just marketing. You can just buy normal sea salt or table salt. I prefer sea salt, granular. Take a few grains of salt on your tongue while before drinking. Clears the
Wouldn't that make you feel more
makes
thirsty if you drink more salt water? I mean, you put more salt on your tongue, you drink water. Wouldn't it make you feel more thirsty?
yeah, basically I but to talk about it, take everything with a pinch of salt always makes things better, just like this live stream as well. Take it with a pinch of salt. uh, I have deviated from the topic. We were talking about uh, the Richard Hort wallet,
Yes,
which
yes.
is like
I mean, I saw
first.
the his post, and I think it's probably making waves in the community. I mean, previously, I mean, there is talk about him making a wallet last time, of 2 or 3 years ago. But now, when people saw the tweet, so I guess the whole community has probably start talking about it.
Yeah, at least some exciting news, and can see it in the price. Not so much, but yeah, people are getting excited always by the rumor. But I am afraid of the biggest thing that might happen if he does want to do it is the sacrifice phase for a wallet. I don't know, man. Like, personally, I'm not going to do it this time. I will hold on to my crypto cryptocurrency. I'm not going
Yes.
to sacrifice. If there is a token involved, I will buy the token after the sacrifice,
Yes.
not
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Yeah. I mean, I understand
But
where you're
but
coming from. So, yeah. I understand where you're coming from, and I think we have enough of sacrifices. Yeah. Yeah.
just a sec. My I no, you continue talking. I will be on mute for a little while.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think probably you and me and some of us have been have had quite enough of sacrifices. Uh, you know, it last time you were quite into sacrifice, and then after that, when our house chain went up, everybody start to the sacrifice, you know, sacrifice for this coin, sacrifice for this coin, sacrifice for this exchange and everything, and sacrifice they expect to get airdrop of this token and expect the price to go up, but eventually nothing works in the end. Yeah, the price just drop. So yeah, I think most likely all of us have gotten enough of sacrifice. Maybe if I want to sacrifice, it's probably will be just a very small amount, and that's it. Yeah, nothing much
Yeah.
about it.
Uh, but hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So now, like, but I have to think about it a bit more. Like, how is the sacrifice going to be conducted? If it is going to be similar to what happened in the past sacrifices, definitely I will buy it later. If it is like you are donating to a charity to get tax breaks and as well as get uh, the token like what we had for Pulsion, I might think about it, provided I am able to utilize the tax benefits, because you know that is one of the pro- problems why Pulsion price is so low. People basically got Pulsion for free. Those who sacrificed during the um, initial phase where you could send, what was that, Sense Foundation uh, got the money for longevity research. Nothing good has come out of it so far. But the sacrificers got the tax breaks, so basically they got double the value of their money or got their pulse for free. That is why people are saying, oh, I had this, I was in this Twitter or X space this weekend with El Hexicano. If you haven't, like, he does weekly X spaces. Follow that guy. Um, and I was in a heated debate. Like, people are saying, yeah, other people haven't seen maximum pain on Pulse chain yet. It is going to go down another 90%. You should be buying Bitcoin, stay in Bitcoin so that when Bitcoin comes, you will be able to buy Pulse chain at a low and make profit. I'm like, oh my God, is this guy real? Like, then I see, oh, his profile mentions he is a Bitcoin maxi now. But then I look at, oh, it's some, he changed his name, what was related to Pulse previously, now or Hex previously, now it is Bitcoin. So it kind of makes sense. He must have sold all his Hex and Pulse and moved to Bitcoin. So makes sense. So why would we be talking that way? But uh, yeah, we are already seeing moves in crypto markets. Yeah, we might see Bitcoin going up, but is starting to feel a lot more like alt season now. But hey, who knows? We will actually find out in a couple of uh, weeks at least. Like end of this month, we will see how the Fed makes decision regarding the interest rates. We might see, and plus the tariff deals. So we'll see. There is a lot of upside for altcoins. So, uh, my point is, uh, if there is going to be a sacrifice uh, using tax breaks, might think about it, but I am still against it. What if there is something like the hex adoption amplifier instead? I might do that. Uh, like that made more sense. Or I found it to be more equitable. Like uh, because yeah, no real advantages for whale buyers. Uh,
Mm.
so
I
that
mean,
is something.
if there was a sacrifice, then what will be? I mean, for Pulse Chain, we sacrifice and we earn Pulse. And for Pulsec, we sacrifice, we earn Pulsex. So if there will be a sacrifice for a wallet, what are we going to get? Are we going to get a wallet filled with already filled with some coins, or are we going to get like Pulse token or Pulsex token? Yeah, I mean if we get if we were to be airdrop Pulse X or Pulse chain to appear us just because of a sacrifice. I mean, everybody's gonna sell by the moment they have the coins. Yeah. If we gonna get, are we gonna get like a? Oh, so since you this is a more that you sacrifice, you're gonna get the wallet is out. This is your wallet, and and this is the amount of money inside the wallet. Yeah, I don't think I will get it. I think I wouldn't have any wallet with money with any token inside it. I don't think I will want it because it sounds very. For me, it's a security risk
Sus-
to get a wallet with you have a wallet and there's some
Yeah,
like pulse
yeah,
token to add.
yeah, that
Yeah.
uh, like yeah, like so if that happens, it wouldn't be like how should I if that happens, like it would be your address will receive the tokens, and you would be kind of incentivized to move or port or export your wallet to the new app or wallets, or you know move your seed phrases from your MetaMask or whichever wallet you were using to the new wallet. That is what would be I would expect to happen. But uh, regarding new token itself, like we already have 1,000 meme coins.
Yes.
Not so. I don't think there should be another token for a wallet. So, and I think Richard is aware of it. So I think he will not have a sacrifice phase. Just launch the wallet app or whatever. Uh, which, by the way, it's already kind of there. The Hex or PulseX dashboard app. You know, I personally don't use it. I still use the browser interface for PulseX. Uh, but there is this app you can download and run. It's there
Mm,
on Pulse.
the app that
Uh,
Richard
yeah,
give
so
out
just in i-
sport. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
just adding an option to have connecting with the hardware wallet with it would be sufficient for me. But there were so many people commenting about what features you would like on in the wallet. I wanted to go through those comments. My favorite feature would be like having scheduled transactions, you know. So you just like a reminder, set up the transaction. You can put in the max gas fees allowed, and you can go to sleep, and the wallet will do the transaction in the, while you are sleeping, which will make life a lot easier. So you don't have to wake up on a Saturday night at 12 a.m. to make sure that the gas
Yeah,
fees are low while you do your transaction. Or
I think that's
like,
a very good idea. That's a very good idea. To have a wallet with a automatic schedule where you can, where it will execute a transaction at a certain time. Also, yeah. I guess for me, if there was a wallet, I mean, the basic function that it should be able to, able to you should be able to swap the tokens in the wallet, you know, by like how MetaMask is lah. I think MetaMask is right now is the main standard of how a wallet should be. Even though like what you say, it may not be the best wallet, but so far it has been quite proven. It's quite well proven and well tested for MetaMask. Yeah. Hmm.
yes, but personally, it's not that big of a deal to have like in-app or in having swaps inside the wallet. Like, yeah, you are on the computer or on the smartphone or already you can connect your wallet to your favorite uh, DEX or aggregator. For me, it would be PulseX, and do your swaps. Why why complicated? Yes, if one thing I would like is a multi-chain aggregator
Oh yes,
inside
good.
the wallet, that would be excellent.
Mm.
Like personally, my transactions aren't that big to be able need that much of liquidity, uh, and I like to do those like do smaller transactions anyways, just to make sure that my transactions aren't front run, or even if they are, like there is very little MEV that can be expected. Uh, but a multi-chain aggregator would be an excellent idea. I think there isn't any like app or wallet that does that as of now. Uh, the That is something that is being proposed by Uniswap. They are not yet applied it. So, and like I said, that is going to be happening in the next fork uh, or upgrade to Ethereum. That will kind of solve the issue with fractured liquidity on Ethereum, which is uh, like, so you will be able to transact or gain access to multiple liquidity pools using a single interface. So that would be a great idea. Uh,
Yeah, that would be
so
great as well.
what other? Let
What other
me. Shit. I
features? Oh, well, I mean, for the wallet to be, not only used in pulse chain. It can also be used in Ethereum and other chains also. I mean, it would be nice also. Yeah, yeah. Instead of just this wallet, can be used for pulse chain, can be used for Ethereum, can be used for BNB and whatever other chains. I think that would be nice also. Yeah, I mean those that is EVM compatible wallet.
Yeah, yeah, that is something like, yeah, EVM compatibility. You know, I on one hand that is good, but on one other side, I think like it should be like exclusive for Pulse chain. Like no need to add multiple chains as an option on Pulse chain. Marcavelli, oh, I didn't see his comment. He has an excellent idea. Two wallets, one for onboards, by which I suppose he means uh, noobs or who are like not those that tech savvy, and one for pompous nerds. Some people like me who want to have multiple features, do crazy in-app transactions. Uh, so yeah, that would be a good idea. Like have separate UIs that would be like changed to advanced mode, and the whole UI changes. No, that
Actually,
I,
for pulse chain, we do have a wallet, right? It's what's it called? Is it called
internet money wallet.
yes, 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 Internet Money Wallet. I haven't tried it yet, actually. Yeah, so I can't really give a comment about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did try it. I did not like put pulse into it, or like uh, I use it for like connecting to apps, dApps, checkout dApps without having any pulse in the wallet. It's very good. Uh, like, but again, there is no USP, unique selling proposal. Like, yes, it does have an in-app dex, which charges some like extra charge, and you get tokens for staking. It has its own token which you can earn by staking. So that was one of the reasons I kind of don't use it. Um, what should I say? The the DEX or the in-app swaps are expensive than swapping on PulseX directly. No real advantage. And I assume people who sacrificed for that wallet would be holding those tokens. So if you were a holder, then yeah, I assume you would be uh, incentivized to use it. But those who didn't sacrifice, uh, I don't see why would they want another token. PulseX is doing fine by
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah. I mean, Pulse, I was here, PulseX is doing very, very well. Yeah. And I think give it some time, and I guess the price will go up. Yeah.
So Richard Hart has tweeted, "What features do you wish wallets had?" Off the top of my head, Excel export everything, by which he means transaction history. Uh, I think like MetaMask does have this feature. You can export all your transactions, but they are exported in a CSV or
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay, a comma separated value format, which you then have to like adapt to Excel, which is kind of like if you don't, you need to be a Excel power user to do those things. Not really that big of a deal. Plus, I like
It may not be a
why.
big you, but for plebs like for some plebs like me or whatever, it could be a very big deal. Excel.
Like uh, yeah, like Excel. Like I took a corporate course for
Mm.
Excel, so I am a even though it was like 2 years ago, so I'm already outdated, but it's not like there are so many features you can use with Excel. I don't know what advantage
Basic,
it would
I
be.
mean,
Yes, for
basic use, yes.
the
Yeah. Mm. Yeah.
either way, like you can do it right now with Pulse Chain. There is, if you go to Block Scout, you just enter your wallet address and it will have an option to export data in uh, like my god, where is it? Uh, I wanted to show this. Uh, there is this option to export your transaction data into a CSV file. So yeah, good to have, not must have, according to me. Uh, then there is this what more batch sending. Again, batch sending is an option available via a third party app. Uh, but I don't think normal users need batch sending. Like basically in one transaction you send tokens to multiple addresses. It saves on transaction fees, but uh, again, as a normal end user, how many people do you use? Like o- o- it is only good for airdrops mainly. Again, good to have, not a must have. Sorting by balance. I I am not sure this feature is there on Pulse on MetaMask, uh, but I think for Ethereum it already shows the tokens in a descending order of balance in dollar terms. I'm not particularly sure about it, but it's again, it's a good thing you will be able to check your balances. Um, Finding which account last interacted with the dApp. Again, like I don't think it is.
Which account
Uh,
interacted with a debt?
so
Hmm.
so basically, uh, you can have multiple accounts using the or multiple addresses using the same uh, seed phrases, right? So you can have multiple addresses, which so to check which address last interacted with the uh, app. Uh, it's good to know, but I, I don't really understand what the advantage of it would be. Um, like, can you think of it? Like, for me, like I have say two addresses on a uh, on the wallet, and
Mm-hmm.
one I use as a saving, and one I use as a current account. That is like, you know, one I use for doing transaction on PulseX, and one I use to like stack all the profits into one wallet. Makes sense, but
Yeah.
if you know you have already labeled your accounts and use them specifically, yeah, it's again a good to have feature. Maybe its utility we'll find out later, but yeah, a good thing to have. Actually, using desktop space instead of just showing mobile size on desktop.
I think Uniswap you can make it big, right? I mean, the MetaMask wallet. I think if you, yeah, I think you can make
Yeah,
it.
you can, even if you make it bigger, it's just like it is still that vertical orientation. It doesn't use the entire uh,
Yeah. I
screen of your desktop.
I
It's
guess they are
still like it.
they are probably trying to make it simplify it to make sure that there is also, you know, I think the main compatible with mobile. Yeah, that's why the
Yeah,
layout is mobile, because most of the people when they use the target are mobile users, not computer users. Yeah.
uh, I I am not particularly sure about it. Yeah, mobile users are definitely more, but yeah, the thing is, yeah, I would really like this s- upgrade. Like, yeah, see, if you are using as a desktop user, if you're, I would like that feature. Like, what is the, just a sec, can you hear me? My God.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh, just a sec. My, I have to go back to using the computer mic.
Meet the fan worth to 24 hours. Sharp Flex Breeze.
Have I been talking to myself?
I think you have been talking to yourself. You mute yourself. Forgot to unmute.
Oh my God. What was the last thing I said or you heard?
I heard that you are changing your computer mic. That's all.
Oh, so I I was uh, looking or reading out all the comments that are shown on screen and commenting like, what features do you like? Uh, where was I? So yeah, some of these things are like things that should be standard by now. Uh, yeah, m- most of these like Excel transport, batch sending, uh, are like advanced feature, not really. Uh, Nuclear herbs, uh, our legal advisor,
Hmm.
quote unquote, he says privacy, privacy. Yeah, I get it, but privacy in what sense? Like, uh, yeah, IP obfuscation. You can do that direct, indirectly. Uh, Transaction. Like you should be using a VPN, or even better, an onion router to hide your IP. And for anonymous transactions, you can be using what is it called, ZKZX or Tornado Cache, to hide your transactions. Uh, so what more privacy? Uh, for RPCs, if you are using Pulse chain, it does like, yeah, MetaMask doesn't, far as I know, like it doesn't record RPC transactions or RPC data from Pulse chain. But I'm not completely sure. So how much more privacy do you need? Uh, Import multiple seed phrases like Rabbi. Like, I don't know why people think you can't do it on other wallets. Even in MetaMask, you can create multiple accounts using multiple seed phrases on a single app, uh, or single installation. Um, he says he loves the Excel export idea. Of course, he will, because its basic use is for reporting your transactions to for tax purposes. Like, yeah, good to have, but you can do export Excel data via an Explorer. Uh, a few steps. Auto token detection. It's a good idea, but on the other hand, I don't really like it, because there is this what you call phishing attacks, or dust attacks, or fake tokens being sent to your wallet. If they keep popping in your wallet, there is a likelihood you will interact with the wrong token, or there is this risk. So it's a good idea, but it needs to be a bit more refined than that. Uh, Again, privacy, some other stuff. Again, see, auto token import, a- asset price averages. Uh, I don't know, like uh, co- cost breakdown per transaction, like gas, slippage, taxes, etc., listed in the UI, just in
But it
transaction receipt.
it's like MetaMask
Then,
already. You do if you want to swap a token or something, and then they will show you multiple options or something like that. Is it? Can't remember.
eh,
More, something else.
I don't,
I thought
yeah,
so.
like
Where you can
I,
choose whether
I,
cheapest gas, fastest transaction or something. I guess maybe he was talking about the one cost breakdown per transaction and everything.
I don't understand what he is trying to say, but like, yeah, this thing, like, if it is going to be, I mean, this doesn't need to be in app. Uh, at least the asset average prices. Uh, if you add so much like details into the wallet, it slows down the wallet. Like portfolio tracking should be done separately. I want a lightweight wallet and not with faster transactions. uh, but again, these are good to have. Uh, Gas fee page. I don't know what he means taxes. Like again, if he means like whether it's these are called tax tokens or verification tokens, how much that would be good to have. But I yeah that I think I don't think he means US tax or government taxes that too cannot be calculated like that would require your location data, which I don't want to have in the wallet. But yeah, I think he means reflection taxes, like there is uh, some tokens have like 5% burn fee or dev fees, which are charged up on each transaction. Seeing them in the while completing the transaction and having a receipt for it would be good to have. But again, that data is kind of available on the block explorer. You don't need it uh, on in the UI itself for the wallet. Built-in privacy transaction. Again, eh, just go to like Tornado Cash. Yeah, well, just go to Tornado Cash and connect your wallet. There is really no extra need for that. Revoke approvals tab. Yes, that is something we definitely need. But no, I think like MetaMask does have it now. I'm not sure. I uh, haven't used it for a long time, so like the revoke function, but again, just when you click on you can go to Etherscan, or in case of
There's a
Pulse chain, go Pulse and do that revoke transaction, revoke approvals.
relook approvals.
Uh,
I think that'd be very useful. Yeah,
yeah.
I think
Uh,
that'd be quite useful.
search search
So
engine tab. Sorry, what did you say?
no search engine tab. I mean, we're able
Like
to search tokens.
like I said, I don't really want a browser built into the wallet. I would rather not. Why? It's like I don't want Google or any other search engine within the wallet. Do your searches separately. Keep the wallet light, and LP data included in portfolio tracking. Uh, yeah, you should be having like portfolio tracking. It's again a good feature, but not a must have. DJ Cryptomatic was saying hardware wallet that should be default, like must have on all picture. Richard Hart's picture as an icon. Again, up to your taste. I don't want a male picture staring at my face while I'm on my mobile or app or desktop. But you do you. There is a way of changing icons for apps. You can do custom
Is
uh,
it? Hmm.
icons. I think there is a way for doing that on Android. At least there was. Whether it is there for all apps, I'm not sure. But yeah, you can do that kind of. So yeah, you can do custom icons on Android. It's not that easy. The easiest thing is to create a custom folder with just one app in it and put an icon for that folder. But it would increase the number of clicks. But uh, all the features of Rabi token detection, gas free transactions if possible. Uh, Gas free transactions are kind of debatable in the sense on the blockchain there are no gas free transactions. It is just someone else paying for your transactions is what we see on most apps. If you know, if you have used what was that matcha or even 1 inch, it has this feature for free transactions where I think it is the um, buy buy-in transaction which are gas free. So it's the seller who pays for the gas, or is it vice versa? I don't know, but yeah, there are no things as gas free transactions. You can have uh, either, like, it's I think it's there for Uniswap, but it is basically uh, the for limit orders, it's the bots who execute your limit order that are paying for transactions. A good feature, but uh, it also makes it like either your transactions get front run that is sandwich attacked, or it will kind of clog up the blockchain because free transactions. So I personally, it's one of those like what do you call tragedy of the commons. It's good at an individual level to be able to transact without gas fee, but at a global or level, it's not a good thing. You will
Yeah,
plus
but I mean,
if
get
you don't require a pulse chain for doing transactions, then what is the what is the incentive to buy pulse chain, right? So I'm not in for that. Oh, Cryptical commented. Oh, she's something simple. I would love a wallet to show all tokens in my address without having to import them. I just talked about it. You will likely see some fake tokens in your wallet and you might get phishing attacked. So, not a good thing. Yeah, there is a reason I had muted that account. Uh, uh, info buttons everywhere so noobs can hover, sorry, hover, how do you pronounce it? Hover
oh,
over, hover, uh, hover over or click and read the explanation of what something will do before the user commits the action. The pro mode toggle to turn on all the shit off. You are gonna onboard the rest of the fucking world. I I don't. I think most wallets have that, and yeah, with after the first interaction, you are able don't show again option. Yeah, it's something that is there in most wallets by default. So n- not a new feature in. Yeah. Token logo again one of the bright minds is crypto coffee token logo recognition get USD balance as and aggregate recognize DeFi apps like LP token recognition uh, logo recognition y- yes but it's like it would require the
yeah. I think
administrators of those tokens to like verify themselves. So
because if you put for token logo recognition, right? So I think it's a good idea, but not so. Because if
yeah,
you know, a token logo can always copy and paste. You know, like you can make a fake token, get a token logo from another, take a token logo from another original source and paste over a token, and and people will think that's the real one. Yeah, especially with the pump dot tires, people can just copy and paste logo and
yeah,
just and who knows they can like they can paste put as many fake token and just put a logo over it and yeah, and you have a token logo recognition is on and suddenly have 10 logos come out at the side and you have to wonder which one is the real one. So good idea, but not so yeah.
uh, crypto whale watchers, two more wallets. Uh, yeah, uh, hat and a heart. Like, uh, good. Like, there are already, like I said, there are already hundreds of wallets in the app store. What is two more? drop in a bucket. Uh, what is HexCon says? Retro mode again. Boomer talk. What is retro mode? There is this nostalgia. I,
But
I,
what
I,
is I mean, what does it mean by retro mode? Is it
uh,
the how the how MetaMask is when it first came out or something? I mean,
yeah, maybe, or maybe like those,
design is
uh,
it like 1990s design? All this
yeah,
one.
like pixelated art, it's like as if
That would be
you
interesting.
know, though that black screen and green text kind of thing. I
Oh,
I
Matrix style.
assume, like, yeah,
Matrix style.
yeah, it gives nostalgia, but we have, I think, embraced the future, stop living in the past. It's not like it's something you do once in a while, not by default. So again, good to have, but not really. LP tracking, again, like portfolio tracking is a good thing to have, but let's see. Revoke permission, yeah, that definitely needs to be a feature built into the app. Crypto classes, automate warnings. What warnings? You mean price alerts, or maybe whether you're like, first of all, how do you know what you're, sometimes it is possible, but not always. Like if uh let's say you there is already an app that is known to be a scam, then you can get a warning regarding it. But again, the problem is, who watches the watchers, or who watches the gatekeepers? Like, how do you know that the warning is real? So maybe some warnings, like say what we have on emergency and staking, you get a pop-up. Uh, uh, that is possible, but again, how would you do it? Stoic at Coast, which, by the way, Coast, I app, or is one of the best on ramps for Pulse Chain, because it is 100% community backed, and it has a good tie with a good US bank, Old Glory Bank. So I would,
Uh,
if
yeah,
that becomes like the default or fiat on ramp, I would be very happy with it. He's
I
saying,
I've never used Coast at all, but I know they are probably quite a good bunch of people and community. Yeah.
yeah, sad thing, I can't use it over here, but eh, it's a good thing. He's saying we need the chain to be upgraded to all the new EIPs that have made Ethereum better over the past 2 years. T store from EIP 1153 is our number one ask or need, not another wallet. Uh, Here's the thing. Yeah, again, um, I guess they are like, we we are happy with MetaMask so far, but yeah, wallet is another good to have. That is a different issue. T store, transient storage, which kind of like doesn't require um, the S load to be called for every time. So it reduces the gas fee. But
I mean, what
the
he said
thing,
so good point. I mean, sorry for interrupting. I mean, what he said so good point. I mean, uh, having getting a new wallet out is good for the community, but I think we should also update our chain also. Yeah, because our chain, I can't remember the last time when Passion was being upgraded. So I think he has a good point. Yeah.
yeah, the thing is, there are how many people even track the GitLab for Pulsion? There are slight changes. I think the last one was. Let me just go to that. Let me see what was the last update. For because there are tiny upgrades to Pulse chain, uh, basically mainly for validators, not for uh, the end users directly. See, Aragon Pulse last update 2 weeks ago. So, uh, so yeah, people are able to do that. Uh, Pulse chain is being upgraded. My point is Pulse chain is being upgraded, and yeah, we have to go slowly. And the thing is, most of the upgrades for Ethereum are oriented towards layer 2 solutions. We do not have layer 2s on Pulse chain as of now. So doing like upgrading that doesn't really make sense. Plus, gas fees are cheap anyways, even at like it's only like random events, like when there is massive buying or selling, like bridge at then even then like maximum fees are like a couple of dollars. So we don't really need the upgrades right now. Future proofing is being worked on. It will take time. We need, yeah, I think right now they are again go into the. I won't even recommend doing that. Don't like don't need noobs in the Pulse chain dev group. Yeah, so yeah, thing is, uh, the upgrades will happen when they happen. Don't be too Pulse chain will happen when they happen. Don't be too dependent on. Oh, even Ivan on Tech commented so yeah, everybody has eyes on it. Someone should build a nice wallet which should be simple as fuck. Here all the APIs needed. Again,
I
I've
agree.
said this much. Like,
No, I mean,
what do you mean simple as fuck? Like, what should it just have send and receive functions? That's it. That is the minimum requirement for a wallet. So,
okay, there's a minimum.
do
I mean,
it,
like what I mean, like what I think if you see on top, there's a bit finesse or something. They say the wallet that says the noob function and there's a pro function. So I guess the loop function should be a simple, which is send, receive, swap, and maybe the pro function could be something like, it just I have no idea, like slippage, whatever, this kind of thing. Yeah. So
Uh, So look, the thing is, I like the concept, but it it's how should I what's the word I'm looking for? Infantilization. Yes, I don't want infantilization. People learn, even boomers, even like the silent generation would learn. Like how many people were able to use Twitter or X when it launched? People learned anyway. Like even with TikTok right now, or what's the latest one with Xiaohongshu or Red Note?
oh,
People
oh,
learn things intuitively. If you make things too simple, what is the thing like? And like most humans have this like innate curiosity or willingness to learn, and that is part of the challenge. Like most people like that, like at least I do, like try things out, and that is all kind of attracts people. So I don't like this infantilization. The simple mode and pro mode, yeah, good to have, but uh, again, no, in that case, like the simplest thing you can have is just one thing, like wallet and connect to DApp. That those two are the only function required, and everything has its like you can send a transactions using PulseX, like send to a different wallet. There is this uh, look. eh, we don't need simpler things. We need people to be educated on how to use the wallet safely and correctly. Oh my, Markaville is saying human variation like on deck screener for free swaps, ways to remove bot. Uh, that too is like human verification is you know how it works. Like the captcha thing. It's not really the captcha that verifies you as a human. Like it's they have collect data on your browser history, and depending on the patterns, that is how they determine whether it's a individual account or a bot account. So human verification, eh, it's a how should I say, like it competes with privacy. That's contradicts with privacy. So even though it would be good, like in that case, like there would be uh, KYC for doing free swaps. Uh, Good to have, but I would rather do pay a few cents extra to do anonymous transactions than human verified stuff. Yeah, that's uh, again, new face in a hex wallet should be able to stake hex within it. It would be nice to have a wallet integrated directly with the staking function. Simple, clean dashboard. If your T-share and internet interest earned, in-wallet bridging, in-wallet staking makes one-stop shop for the new people. Uh, Again, I like the concept, but now the Pulse chain community is more than the Hex community, right? Uh,
But
the thing,
I think it would be a good idea, right? Um, having a wallet that is able to, stake our hacks and everything. I mean, there are still some people. I mean, even though they are more Pulse chain than the hacks, but I mean, in the first place, the Pulse wallet is for. No, I mean the Pulse chain is for hacks. So having a wallet where we can able to stake our hacks and unstake it, that would be quite a good. And hopefully, with this function, maybe we will encourage more people to stake their hacks and everything. Yeah.
uh, Crypto Whale Watcher says new sub but long time watcher. Kacha Badam. Hey, thanks. I have a suspicion that it is some old person I know or old viewer I know that has changed his profile name, but keep it a secret. Thanks for subscribing. I don't really care. I like it's this is one of the most shadow banned hex YouTube channels. I am okay with it. Um, I was, but what was I talking about? Yeah, again, there are already apps that do that. You don't require us this feature directly in the wallet. Of course, good to have, but what was that? Hex Scout and Gopals both have this feature where you can uh, integrate or stake directly uh, using your wallet. What I what would be good is some the wallet would be like the integrating icosahedron and a communist for hex into the thing, like, because yeah, as investments they have been bad, but free tokens are free tokens, man. Like being able to re- at least get a reminder to like mint your hedron and communist before end staking would be a good thing. But again, these features are not required for the Persian wallet itself. To keep the wallet lightweight, uh, you can connect. Do it takes one two extra clicks. Go to the website and click connect.
But I don't want
Not
extra click.
everything.
I don't want to do extra click. I just want one click. What happen if some people say, I do not want the extra click. I don't want the shit. I
Oh,
just want.
like, like, yeah, if that is the case, like integrate Chat GPT with the wallet, you can just ch- ch- you can just chat like talk to it and it will do all your like there is this like I said, trade-offs. How the more complex it is, the more like attack surface there is. So security over features is one thing. Just make it better than smart Staker app, please.
Oh,
Uh,
we just have to
Staker
wait.
app,
Thank
look,
goodness I have not have any investment in that. Thank goodness. My goodness,
look,
yeah.
Staker app with smart wallets. I mentioned it long time ago that they were like even when people were supporting or shilling the Staker app link, which by the way, I think there was a Staker rank link on this channel mainly because everybody was doing it. But you see, it's a smart wallet uh, connected. So basically, a smart contract that was having its UI in the app, which is very risky. And if you recall, one of the largest hacks on Ethereum, which occurred a couple of months ago, uh, the Bybit hack. It occurred because they were using a smart wallet.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't so want a smart wallet app directly. But on that other note, or rather on the same note, the latest uh, upgrades to Ethereum will make it so that you can have smart contract functionalities for your personal uh, uh, address. I think there's called EOAs or ND. What was EO accounts? End use, no, external externally owned accounts or something like that. I don't know the exact reason, but end user accounts. So your normal address can work like a smart contract. So again, you give. I think Richard mentioned this a lot. Like if you give people a long enough rope, they will hang themselves. So you don't really want too much, too many features. Keep it simple, but not too simple. Uh,
If you give a person a long enough rope that will hang themselves and everybody near to them, you can see that in BDI, everybody got hanged.
by the way, like I almost stopped tracking the drama on PDI.
I
Then
stopped.
someone because
Yeah.
and mainly I've muted most of the accounts that were sharing the PDI stuff. Yet one kind of clicked in, and he was like, in 4 hours the joy is going to be going to zero, which is the bad debt is going to zero. And I saw the tweet after almost 12 hours had passed, and I asked what happened. Did it go to zero? No, the exploiter somehow increase the debt limit, but it's not a bad thing. It will go to zero eventually. It will only means there is a lot of scope. I
Yeah.
stopped even tracking it, especially
You know,
there was
let's not talk about. I mean, the more we talk about it, I mean, the more we try to find out
uh,
about it, it's gonna get so depressing. And you know, the extra length of rope that they have, I think you probably use it to hang yourself.
yeah, man, like so yeah, and yeah, let's talk about uh,
And all I know is that
if you
there's some that Atropa, the Atropa thingy of people have, you know, they are quite closely related to this speed eye issue and everything. And that's the only thing that I know, and I will just leave it as it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and we already had a couple of somebody, yeah, Matty Allen already did a sacrifice and rug pulled, and you know the
Oh, what sacrifice?
funniest comment I have seen on Matty Allen, even though it may sound anti-Semitic, but somebody commented, "Is Matty Allen a Jew?" It was in our
Anything.
Hex Guild thing where I saw it, but it was an X, and uh, the replies are so funny. But uh, again, I looked, then I kind of looked at it. You look at Matty Allen's nose, and you will. I think you can understand what whether it is true or not. But either way, he's acting really not
Diraj, if
selfish.
tomorrow tomorrow morning, if I were to, happen to go to Matty Adams' channel and look at his nose, I will blame you. I would really blame you.
Like, look,
Look at the nose.
Marcavelli has a one of the
It's
best features suggested. Cope tracker features for renewal. Definitely, definitely. Uh, you know, that is something I would
I
again
would
like.
support.
It's
I
a
would support that. I will support that. I will put money into sacrifice if such a tracker is put in the wallet. I would put money.
you know there is this messaging app on uh, Ethereum itself. Like you can use the blockchain for sending transaction using your
Yeah,
account
yeah.
as a like a user profile, and you can send you like pseudo anonymous. Maybe we can have this like a global chat, or what is it called? There it was there on Poloniex, Trollbox. There is this thing.
Mm,
Basically, I think it is there on Binance Exchange now. Like uh, uh, basically a chat room where you can be chatting with friends. A good idea. Well, he doesn't believe me. Just gay at the best. Yeah, yeah. Rug pulling, rug pulling goyim is kosher. Hey, man, like, let's not go there. Like, that's a different topic altogether. Like, I, I, I've already been branded anti-Semitic, which I am not really against. I have come up with a better label for me. I say I am not anti-Semitic. I am Abrahamophobic, which is I am afraid of all the three religions that follow the God of Abraham, which is like if the God tells you to wake up in the middle of the night and sacrifice your son, yeah, I'll be scared of him. So yeah, I am Abraham. Uh, it's a joke. It's a joke.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Uh, Block Crypto Valley is saying Block Explorer education on smart contact interaction makes the best wallet. Can you just elaborate? Like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, like Explorer again. Running the Explorer in in app makes it kind of slows down the wallet. That is why most wallets don't have it in app. They have like a link to an external uh, wallet, and yeah, uh, like a kind of a warning or a explanation of what your transaction is doing directly. Yeah, that's a good thing to have, and maybe like what transaction, uh, what transaction you are doing, you are saying. Oh, which reminded me, one of the major warning or that would be needed is when you are sending tokens to a smart contract wallet directly, or not a smart contract wallet, but a smart contract address directly. That should be like pop up a warning that, because if you heard last week, um, Fi- uh, Alan Fizame mentioned that he had a giant bag of PWBTC which he had purchased, and it was worth a lot, and he sent it to a smart contract, and the lost all his PWBTC tokens, which
Oh, I did.
he
Yeah.
is not the only one. Like it, there are multiple instances of people sending uh, tokens directly to the smart wallet or smart contract. If you go to the Hex smart contract itself, it will show you a long list of tokens that were accidentally sent to it instead of like interacting with the wallet, and which is already, if you like, it happens a lot when you're copy pasting wallet addresses. Yeah, that is one thing I would like giving nicknames to. I think it is still, it's there. The feature is there. Like you can give names to addresses, and maybe you can like make it a global feature, but it kind of becomes a doxing thing, like, or like invades into privacy if you, because it links addresses like what we have on uh, I don't know whether you have this app called Truecaller. uh, it it,
Mm.
it kind of like uses contacts uh, and names and other directories to so that you can trace your mobile number, the username of a mobile number. You can have that, but again, I am pro privacy, pro anonymity, so I don't want that. But hey, yes.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
Crypto is saying, meaning just the education to interact directly on chain is invaluable. Yeah, like, but that h- I don't know how that would be implemented on inside the wallet directly. You those features would be there on the Explorer, which, by the way, if you guys haven't heard, there is a new Explorer which is currently in beta testing. It's called Midgard.wtf. Let me bring that up. Yeah, it looks cool, mm, but it is just uh, let me Midgard block explorer. It is a kind of a skin or development on a block scout. But hey, this look at how clean this looks, man. I like it so far. It is also developing tools like an airdrop tool, again not for regular uh, token locker, again, mm, not really um, required for end user token factories minting your own token.
Mm.
Pulse
It looks not bad.
coin
It looks not bad. I'm looking at it. It looks not bad. Yeah,
uh,
I'm at looking at the Mega Explorer. It's not bad. I mean, I just type in my address, and I mean, it shows all the asset. I mean that I have. When I click on DeFi, it shows my all the stake that I have in the ICOSA contract. I mean, it doesn't show my hex stakes, but I guess maybe in the future it will probably just link it up. Yeah, looks not. It looks quite clean. I would say it's quite clean. Yeah.
uh, yeah, and likewise, there is one more explorer that is in development. Uh, Explorer. Yeah, but I don't. I haven't seen. Uh, Wait a minute. We'll go back to. Uh, I couldn't find the link to the Explorer, and whenever I see memes, uh, especially Cake and Pepe, uh, I feel a bit of cringe, so I don't interact with it. So that's okay. That's okay. We will see. It is also in beta testing. Again, that is also built on Block Scout. So multiple explorers are a good thing. We will see. How, uh, yeah, the devs are cooking. We'll see.
Yeah, looks but I would say that the Midgard looks much better than our some of the pulse
Uh,
chain, the
mm,
Explorer
uh,
looks more clean and more clearer. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how it performs as a like in your browser when you connect or load pulse chain. There is a option which Explorer to use. I haven't tried that, like using Midgard as the default Explorer for pulse chain, which I personally use Otterscan, but let's see, like as the site itself says, it is in beta. I am not keen on when it may perpetually be in beta, but because hey, always upgrading. But I will wait for at least a couple of weeks before we know. I'm not connecting my wallet or wallets with actual pulse chain in it to the Explorer. Just using it to view profiles. It is supposed to have some AI features. Uh, Wait a minute. AI scanner and something. Again, yeah. So we can have this have these features on the Black Block Explorer, not on the uh, in the wallet itself. Like I said, keep the wallet light. And yeah, like Crypto Whale Watcher was saying, yeah, education regarding interacting on chain directly. Uh, Again, advanced features. Those who want to learn will do that on independently. We will see those features. Oh, I stopped sharing screen. Just a sec. Built-in. Oh, oh shit. There is something uh, uh, just a sec. There is something I need to do in the background. I lost track of time. It's
Yeah. Hey, we're almost 2 hours in the stream. Not bad actually. Yeah.
uh, but hey, we streams go on as long as they need to. But I think we have had a very productive
Yeah.
discussion so far.
Yeah.
At least,
It's nice talking. I mean, it's a good productive. I mean, we have talked about some speculations about the wallet, the sacrifice, and everything, how it will be, and everything, and and going through what are the things that the community wants for the wallet. I mean, it will roughly give us a good idea of what we really want it for our wallet to be. Yeah, and of course, yeah, it's nice to see that. It's nice to see.
yeah. We can continue. Not that I can be. Luckily, the what do you call it? Mm, my internet is good so far. I can be doing multitasking.
Yeah, maybe the people around
So
you are sleeping. So I mean, it's already maybe there are people around you are sleeping. So that's good, I guess. Yeah.
um yeah, but
Just
where was we were talking, we were talking a built-in mixer, same thing like we discussed here. This is Lazarek Pulse. Users should have a choice, whatever coin or currency to use for a transaction. Uh, Again, this is uh,
no,
good to have.
I don't think it's a good idea. Do you think it's a good idea? I don't think so.
Like like we mentioned like a few minutes ago, like that reduces the demand for pulse, so not really a good idea. We could have I mentioned, like uh gas station, where if you're bridging in to a different chain and you need a the transaction, the base token for that chain, or the local token for that chain, for you should be able to convert uh, your tokens directly. But again, that is something not I would say a built-in feature in the wallet. I would rather have it as a separate transaction, like a separate app. Uh, yeah, and would be great if the wallet had a buy and burn feature in the native currency. Buy and burn, like again, I don't want another wallet token. Uh, uh, Validator wallet feature in native currency like ETH on or secure passive income. Again, we already have delegated staking or pooled staking. I don't think that should be a separate feature. Yeah, I just mentioned it. Ability to send a message when transacting any amount. Message. I think like adding notes to your transaction. Uh, yeah, yeah, good to have. Not have like yes. Sergey says I prefer the KISS principle. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Add features incrementally. Uh, Only connect feature, no like supporting major hardware wallets. So basically, the same feature that what currently other wallets have, and then we can automatic scheduled by we can manage. So crypto gains says custom skins. Yeah, I like that features, but it's
Custom skins.
not a good to have, not a must have. I think we have covered most of the
Oh, Hexologies.
features that are, like now we are seeing basically repeat pe- having original thoughts is kind of lost. I think hexologist creates the one of the. I think this is a
AI generated, I guess.
AI generated thing. I'm tired. Everybody on Pulsion is tired. Uh, yeah, I think we have reached a peak or how like the exologist likes to say, I think the MACD for this pulse, this live stream has crossed downward. RSI is bullish or RSI is bearish. Which, hey, by the way, good thing we didn't look at the price chart at all. So a good thing
Yeah.
to have.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's good to just ignore the price chart for the moment. I mean, you can always check it any other time anyway. Yeah.
By the way, so I just realized it would be midnight at your end as well. Like, look, I can be awake for a lot of long time. I just had some coffee. I I'm okay. Mm, you have a very important job to do. You are so I shouldn't be bothering you so much. maybe if there are any updates, I will have an emergency live stream. F- yeah, like and subscribe to this channel. Blah blah. Uh, at this point, I don't really care. I am happy. Uh,
Yeah,
for
yeah. Um,
uh,
let's wait for the next week and wait for more news to come for the Richard Hart Award, and we see what is it about. Yeah, yeah. But
no,
as
but
we shared, maybe the wallet will come in 2 years' time. Yeah.
like, hey, you know, eh, I if am I remember correctly, like Richard Hart talked about forking Ethereum
Oh
about
yeah.
1.5 year before even talking about the sacrifice phase.
Mm.
Sacrifice phase itself launched around 6 to 8 months after first talking about it, and we know the Pulse chain launched about a year after the sacrifice, 1.5 year after sacrifice. So don't hold your breath, but good things will come. First thing we have to see is the upgrades to Pulse chain. Uh, at least make it compatible with the latest fork of uh, Ethereum. All good things will follow. So by at the end of the day, my ultimate message is going to remain always the same, which is
Stake it and go.
just not just Hex, but now we have Pulse staking as well, which is, which is now has been proven to be quite effective. And I wanted to cover another topic. There was another what we call a protocol launched which allows staking hex to like another token that is built on top of hex. I hate
Mm.
it, like all of them, but it's there. We need to discuss it, but not on this stream. We will discuss it next time.
Yeah.
I may be doing a stream midweek, maybe on Good Friday. Uh, you know,
Friday.
maybe the price charts will be resurrected. So
Oh, I'm quite
I,
interested
I
to is that protocol about? Yeah.
yeah, it's called actuator. I
Actuator.
think
Sounds nice. Sounds nice.
Crispy Man or Hexfire.io did a like a live stream yesterday covering it, but you know he also covered Matty token. So I, like I said earlier, take it with a pinch of salt. Uh, we will see how things are in a
Mm.
couple of days, and
Yeah. I
we will
will
continue our discussions.
meantime, I will just take a look at the actuator and see how is it lah. Yeah. Mm. You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think this has been one of the longest live stream I have done so far. Yeah. So, but it's a good. I am improving. I am improving. And
Yeah.
thanks for everyone who joined the live stream. We will. I will see you next week.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
should I
Mm.
play
You can
last week?
play. You
I
can play anything think you are the master of the of the channel right now. Yeah.
Should I play the normal intro or Kacha Badam? I think
Anything.
I think now the question is whether we want with when wallet. So I think I will go with Kacha Badam. Plus
Yep.
the chart is looking a bit bullish. So Kacha Badam. See you guys next week and see you. Stay positive, my friends. Stay positive.
I badam ase palo mata churi mala diye mobile body bhanga diye badam mobile body dulo pasi te kadam tat saman tunga badam taben I badam ase palo mata churi mala diye mobile body bhanga diye badam mobile body dulo pasi te kadam tat saman tunga badam taben badam badam tat kacha badam amaga tinai ko kuku badam 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 tat kacha badam amaga tinai ko kuku badam 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 da da badam 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 da da badam 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 da da badam 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 amaga tinai ko kuku badam
Bye. Have a beautiful time.